Welcome to another exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man. So today I'm going to, let's take a little look at some problems that can arise with your printer. One of them is colors. I've had a few people tell me their greens aren't green, their reds aren't red, their blues aren't blues. I have the same problem too. So what I've done is I've contacted a few people, and I've got kind of the idea of what I can do to correct this problem. So here's what we'll do. We're going to start with the basics first. You want to make sure that you have the most updated color profile that you're using for your printer, and I'll show you how you do that. Another thing you'll want to check is make sure everything is currently up to date. Your firmware is updated. To do that, it's real simple. Go to your settings, and you're going to see where it says updates. You're going to hit the updates, firmware update, and we're going to check firmware update information. Okay, current firmware version that I have now. We're going to check now. It's going to go through. It says no newer firmware is available, so it's current. Everything's up to date. So make sure you do that. And what I do is I have my download set to automatic. Make sure you check your automatic. So it's important too to make sure that your printer is updated currently, so that way when you go to your settings and your substrate library to update your media that you're using, everything's current and up to date. That's going to help with your colors. All right, if you don't know your printer's IP address, it's really easy to find. You just hit your connectivity button, and it brings up your IP address right there. Okay, right there is my IP address number. It's real simple, and then you enter that into your web browser, and it'll populate that HP page. Okay, what we're going to do is open up your HP Latex sheet here, or your pop up eventually. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to navigate, you want to make sure you have the most current color profile, and it depends on various types of materials that you're using. I'm going to be using mine are updated, but I'll show you how you update them. You want to go to this website. It's I'll flash it on the screen here for you. It's www.printos.com/ml/the # media locator/latex. So it's that right there. You'll want to go to this website. Okay, once you're to this website, we're going to come to manufacturer. And I found, here's what I'm looking for. 3M 4000 traffic colors. Make sure it says the V3. There'll be other color profiles that you can look on here. Here's another one here. Here's a 7300. That's like an engineer grade that I use. So I've updated all these. I'm going to go back to this one here. I think it was on page 4. Here we go. So let's just say we're going to do a color prof for the DG3. It's the 4000 traffic series. So we're just going to click it, and it says download media preset right here. Okay. And then we want to select our print model that we have. Mine happens to be the HP 365. And then it gives you all the specs on it. And then you just want to download the media preset. Once it's downloaded, you can open it up.
what you'll want to do then is just drag it to your desktop. And as you can see, I have some of my color profiles here. So I'm just going to close this out, come back. Okay, and then you're going to go back to your printer. And you want to go to your printer page here. If you don't have this, it's pretty good. It gives you your ink levels and print head status and all that stuff. So we're going to go to Setup. And then we want to come down here where it says Substrate Presets Management. We want to hit that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose a file. Okay, and then on our desktop, I have a folder that I keep mine in. So here's all the stuff on my desktop. So this is the last one here, 1217. So what you're going to do is you're just going to double click it or click it and then just click open. And then it's going to and put the file right here. And then we're just going to update it. Click update. And see, it says, please wait. So it's going to update. I've already updated it once. It's probably not going to hurt it to update it again. So it's going to take a little while for it to update. I'll move it over here. But it will update. And then you know you have your correct color profile. That's on your profile now on your printer. So you want to make sure that they're all up to date. That's one of the things for making sure that your colors turn out good. Like I said, we'll start from the basics. We're going to start with updating the color profile. And then I'm going to print a test. Okay, so now it's about to be uploaded once the substrate preprint has been completed. Okay, now it says my printer's about ready to upload it. So let's hop over to the printer and see what's going on. Okay, and then there's also another way. Just come to your substrate library. And let's do the online search. And brand, we want 3M Customer Solutions. And then here's some of your, like there's your engineer grade. So there's my 4000 series DG3 color. Make sure it says a V3. Go ahead and click your download button, which I've already downloaded, and it sent it to my printer and it's updated it. So now that your color profiles are updated, that should create help you with any color issues you have. But I was still having more color issues, and so what I had to do is once I did that, I did a color calibration, which I went to my settings, and I went to image quality maintenance. Oops. Settings, image quality maintenance. Time hitting that button. There we go. Image quality maintenance. And then I did a color calibration right there. I'm not going to hit it because it'll go into the color calibration mode right now, but do a color calibration.
Okay, there it goes. It's printing out its color calibration. It's printing all kinds of vibrant colors here. Like I said, this is the matte finish, the 3M. You're not supposed to use the bright reflective materials. So we'll see how it does. Now I can see that green now that it's printing out, and that's kind of the green I'm looking for. So hopefully this color calibration will help. We'll find out. I'll let it finish doing its calibration, and then we'll move on from there and see how it works. Okay, installing new print heads is real easy. We go back to our HP. I have the HP 365, and what you want to do is you want to hit your ink button. It gives you all your levels of inks, and then it says replace print heads, replace maintenance cartridge. My maintenance cartridge is 85%. So all you're going to do is you're just going to hit replace print heads, okay? And it's gonna, what it's going to do is your ink carriage is going to come out part way, and then it's going to stop, and then you'll lift up your window, and it has a little bail that you'll lift up. And then you'll pull out your print heads and replace them all. You're supposed to shake them up like 6 times or so, whatever. The print heads come in a little box. It's the Latex 831. I believe there's 6 of them in there. This is the light magenta, light cyan one. And then you just shake them up, and they just pull out, and you plug them back in. All right, once you replace your print heads, it's going to go through its little mode, and it's going to check out the print heads, and it's going to update everything. And now all your print heads will be properly installed. Make sure you use genuine HP print heads for your printer. Don't try to cheap out on something like that. They're about $150 a piece where I get them from a company. It's part of doing business, so I had to order 6 of them, plus the roll of vinyl that I ordered. So it came to about $1,200 by the time I got the vinyl and all the print heads, but, and it's something I don't do all the time. You don't have to replace your print heads very often. In fact, I've been close to going on almost 3 years before I replaced mine, which I probably should have replaced them sooner. But I'm not a high production shop, and I go weeks and weeks without using the printer sometimes. So, and then when I do, it's just a little bit. So it's not like a production shop where you're just constantly running it all day long, to make money. So that's one advantage working for the county. We don't have to make any money. We just spend the money. Okay, I loaded up some 18-inch diamond grade material, some white reflective, and I'm going to print out a sign, and hopefully my greens are going to work. I'm pretty confident they will. So I got this book. It's called Cookbook, How to Print Color Traffic Signage on Latex 360 and 365 printers. That's what I have. It's got really good, useful information in here. That website that I directed you to, where to find the media profiles, it's in here. It shows step by step how to do everything that I showed you. You can download this copy for free from www.bobthesignman.com and go to sign resources, and it'll be there. So here's some color swatches that I had printed out, and I keep these around with me here in the shop so I can always check the printer for my coloring that I'm using. As you can see, the greens just didn't match up. See how it's a little darker? And that just bugs me. I can't stand that. So once I got done with all of my calibrations and everything, I was right back to the green where I had always started with, and that's what I wanted. As you can see, the difference between the 3 colors, or the 2 colors. All right, well, there we go. I hope that helps with some of your color problems. It helped all of mine, so I'm not saying that that's going to be the fix-all for yours, but, make sure you start from the basics. Make sure your firmware is updated. That's the first thing you want to do. Then you want to go and update through the website or on your printer. You want to make sure your color profile is current. Once that's done, do a color calibration. When you do your color calibration, make sure that you use the matte finish. Don't use anything gloss. I ordered the material, the 54-inch roll from 3M, and I got it in the matte finish, not the gloss. And then I still was having a little problems because my print heads were old. So I printed out the sign before and it didn't work, so I did the print heads, and then I had to put the matte finish back in, and I had to realign the print heads. Once I had that all done and all the color profiles were updated, the firmware, colors turned out just fine again. So, frustrating as it may be, it seems like these printers, you work on them one day, you're printing just fine, then the next day, you shut the print off, you go home, you come back in, and it's a whole new ball game. It's like, it's testing you all the time. And it's kind of like a little 4-year-old, it's constantly testing you. But just have to make the best of it. And whenever you need a little help, that's right, you just turn to the Sign Man. As always, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man. To learn more about where the Sign Man gets his materials, check out www.bobthesignman.com. Bob the Sign Man films, directs and produces all his videos in the beautiful Napa Valley. As always, thanks for watching.